folks, welcome to another episode of Cabin Adventures. Glad to have you guys on board. So we're headed out to Whispering Pines once again, but this time we're going to make things a little bit different. So we're going to do some reviews for you guys on some of the things that we've recently acquired. We're going to take a little bit of an adventure to the bushcraft location, and of course the regular shenanigans of campfires, the TT lines, etc. So we'll keep you guys updated and see you guys at the cabin. Well, as you can see, we made it, but boy, that wind though. This guy gave in, and it's going the easy route this time around. So we're back inside. We're gonna make some burgers for dinner tonight, with some bacon on the side. Should be tasty. Yeah. So we have a little bit of an emergency situation. We started cooking dinner, but unfortunately we ran out of propane, so we're gonna most likely swap out the tanks and. Back in business.
Thor's busy licking the.
He's like the bacon.
He's like this. I was like, don't ever cook it. Don't ever cook it. That's perfect.
So we're just flipping the burgers now. So we got the flip on. Run through these quickly. And there's the finished product. Looking good. So pretty much this will be the motto of the night, unfortunately. It is really cold and damp and windy out there, so a lot of our time will be spent inside. But tomorrow's another day, so we'll get out there. Well, good morning, folks. As you guys can see, the winds have tapered down, and we got a beauty of a day on our hands. Time for some adventures. So as you guys know, water purification is kind of a crucial part in any outdoors activity. Being able to have clean drinking water is a priority. So we're going to try two items out. This is the Grail GeoPress filtration system. So what this is basically you scoop up the water from the source. Now what we have here is a ground fed little pond. So basically this is almost drinking well water, but regardless of the situation, you want to filtrate any bacteria that might be in it. So we've scooped up a little bit of water. I'm going to press this down to filter it. Make sure the nozzle is on the open position. Try to push this down now. So as this is going down, it's actually going through a filter. And that's some good clean drinking water. Took your breath away. It's very cold. The life straw. So the life straw is a common purification method. Basically, what you do is you take the straw and you drink straight from your water source. So let's give this a whirl. That's some good stuff. But as you guys can see here, these both are effective methods to purify water. In the past, you've seen me purify with the MoCo filtration system, which is very successful. For things that, like out here at the cabin, we're lucky enough that we bring in our water, but in situations such as Algonquin or Queen Elizabeth or any other bushcraft situation, you want to be able to filter water and have a good source. So we decided to go for a little bit of a walk. We're gonna head to our bushcraft location, so take a peek at that. Maybe go through what we have planned.
There. Oh, you broke my stick.
So this, what you guys see in front of you, is our new bushcraft location. We'll get going on this in the springtime, but this will be kind of a spot where we can set up the tents and have a night out in the bush. So shelter is super important in a camping situation. In the last few times you guys have seen me in the Winterial bivvy tent style, which has been proven successful, but unfortunately you can't really keep anything inside it. So other than a small backpack, and even then it's touching your feet. Anyway, so we have here the North Face Stormbreak 2. We're gonna give this a try and hopefully have a little bit more room. So there is the finished product, somewhat. Basically, the ground here is all stone, so I could not put the pegs in properly in this location, but at least we know how to set it up and we know exactly how big it is. Let's hop on inside. So this is quite the upgrade. Basically now I can actually change in my tent as opposed to doing it all outside. So we just finished off our first bottle of filtered water through the Grail GeoPress. Must say this thing's pretty cool. So on the note of keeping cozy, we here have a Zippo hand warmer. So we're going to try this guy out and see how it works. But supposedly it's supposed to last about 9 hours. Now I've tried this thing before and it was pretty gosh darn close to it. I'm going to light this guy up. Oh, yep. So we got a bit of a red wick here. We see that it's working. So we'll see in a second how warm she gets. And for lunch we got some beans and weenies. Classic. So quick update on this guy. Still very, very warm, 2.5 hours in here. But man, this you throw this guy in your pocket in the flame retardant bag, and you're good to go. But really, really neat little gadget. So to simplify things a little bit for tomorrow, I'm going to do a run out to the car just to drop a few things back off, make it less of a load for tomorrow morning. But as you folks can see, the snow is slowly starting to diminish. So for this evening, we have some ribeye grilling steaks. Let's take a gander here. This is kind of the grand reveal. Ooh, beautiful. Oh wow. This is the king. Wow. Alright, so we're gonna spice them, salt them a wee bit, and then let them get to room temperature. So we're just seasoning up the frying pans, cast iron pans, and we're going to throw these guys onto the wood stove. Actually, we're just going to do them on the stove. At least this way we have a controlled temperature. And see how they sear. So these guys are slowly starting to sear here. Give them another minute or two and we'll throw them onto the grill. Well, looks like the little pan finished a lot quicker than the big pan. So they've officially made it onto the grill. So the key is just to get a nice sear on these guys. These should be internally already cooked. So that's exactly what we're just doing here. And the finished product. And that is what we call a perfectly cooked medium rare steak. Well, that's all that we could do. This guy, after 4.5 hours, is still chugging along. Very warm. This guy's crazy. Well, we're relaxing here by the fire. We may or may not have made it on the radio. We shall see. But now we're gonna sit out here for a little bit, and we're gonna head back inside and have a little bit of pie. We'll take a gander at that when we get back in there.
Tonight.
I'm doing just fine. Who's this?
It's Jack. We're sitting out here in the cabin. We're here from Mississauga. So listen, you guys have 0 cases in Peterborough.
Nope.
We have 3 cases. We're still in a good spot. We're not too worried about it, but we're definitely in a time of change. So I'd like to request the Wind of Change by the Scorpions, and I'll dedicate it to my brother Mike and Rye Guy, who's sitting out in the Waterloo area. But stay safe and keep her easy.
Stay hydrated. Give me a howl.
We're collecting a little bit of water. So as you guys have seen in the cabin, we have the wood stove going on. And with wood, it kind of absorbs a lot of the moisture in the air. At this point in time, what we're doing is we're putting it into a pot, this water, and it kind of steams the entire air, and it kind of makes sure that there's a little bit of moisture in there. But anyways, this stuff is really good for anything at this point. If you want to do dishes or rinse yourself off, water's completely fine at a certain temperature. So another purification method.
On the 19th, hang on to them because they say they're going to reschedule the date. We got to wait all the way until October the
Well, that's all she wrote on this day. Got you folks in the morning. Well, good morning, folks. The inevitable has begun. Pack Up Day Sunday. Back to the big city. Thanks for joining us, folks. We'll see you guys on the next adventure.